From the Newstalk ZB newsroom, this is Newsfix.
In this update, the Vatican says Pope Francis is now in a critical condition after suffering a long asthmatic respiratory crisis. The 88-year-old has been treated in hospital for double pneumonia and chronic bronchitis. It's reported the pontiff has also had a blood transfusion. Sky News' Lisa Holland says the Vatican's given the sense of being very concerned, with updates this morning suggesting he's still at high risk.
Actually, it's been quite a hard day for the Vatican team monitoring the Pope as to how he's feeling.
The government has announced changes to the Overseas Investment Act in a bid to drive higher wages. The reforms include making investment decisions aside from residential land, farmland and fishing quota in 15 days, and giving more power to grant consents without ministerial involvement. Associate Finance Minister David Seymour says New Zealand's capital to labour ratio has seen very little growth over the past 10 years, averaging around 0.7% annually. He says productivity growth also averaged 0.2% between 2013 and 2023. Israel has pushed back the release of hundreds of Palestinian prisoners, citing a need for further security reviews. It was set to release the 620 Palestinians in exchange for Hamas releasing 6 hostages. The delay is thought to be down to the failed transfer of Israeli hostage Shiri Bibas's body, which Hamas has called a mistake. President Donald Trump has abruptly fired the top General Charles Brown, who is the highest-ranking officer in the United States. Defence Secretary Pete Hegseth also fired Navy Chief Lisa Franchetti, the first woman to serve on the Joint Chiefs of Staff. CNN's Caitlin Collins says this has been rumoured for weeks now, after remarks suggesting Brown's too, quote, woke.
His term does not expire until the fall of 2027, but with this ouster, Trump has removed him from his post and is now picking someone else to take this position.
That's news. In sport, Kiwi heavyweight Joseph Parker has enjoyed a second-round knockout at Congolese power puncher Martin Bakole in Riyadh. Interim Football Ferns coach Michael Main is excited to test his players in their 2-match series against Costa Rica, which is just kicking off in San Jose. Main's inexperienced squad features 3 uncapped players and 14 with less than 20 caps. While the Ferns are ranked higher, Main says Costa Rica's style of play will present many challenges.
This is the perfect challenge for this team right now. What I've seen from Costa Rica is they're a very typical Central American team, lots of flair in the team. They like to get on the ball, they're quite off the cuffs.
Arsenal's Premier League title challenge has been dented by an unexpected 1-0 home loss to West Ham that featured a 5th red card for the season for Mikel Arteta's team. That's sport. I'm Sandy Hodge.
For more news, listen to Newstalk ZB live on iHeartRadio.